Well, I went from radio school to pick up a brand new ship, which was the USS Auburn, AGC-10. Well, we went down past Cape Hatteras. Was one of the worst routes we ever had. This was in the spring, I guess, of '44, and it was a real bad storm, and we almost exceeded our roll limits going down there. And we was going down to the Chesapeake Bay for a shakedown cruise. And we had destroyer escort because on the way down they still had German submarines waiting for us down there to the entrance. So we went into Chesapeake Bay and we went on a shakedown cruise and we lost all our power. If this had happened on the way down, Cape Hatteras would have never survived it.
Wow.
That's the worst weather I was ever in. So we went from our shakedown cruise, we went down through the Panama Canal and into Pearl Harbor. There was a need for a radioman on the LST 731 because they lost a man. And they had to have one right away because at that time they was preparing to go to Iwo Jima, and I was happened to be in a position to take the job. I was a rated radio man. They had to have a rated man. So they took me down to 731 in a Jeep, and I got on 731, and from that time on, things happened. We loaded ammunition, getting ready for the trip, and that was Christmas Eve, 1944. And then after all that happened, we went to Maui to pick up the Marines. And then after we picked up the Marines, was on convoy, which took us to Tinian first. And then from Tinian, we went to Iwo Jima, and we was ready for the invasion at 6:30 in the morning. And of course, we had the amphibious tractors on board, and the Marines that was running those, they left the ship at about 6:30 in the morning, and we had Higgins boats which took troops ashore, and we took the rest of the Marines ashore in the Higgins boats at that time. We didn't land the LST there yet. So the first day, there wasn't much going on from then on the invasion. But that night is when things really started to happen. That's when they hit the Marines from all the caves up above them, and they really got hurt on that. And really, at that time, they didn't even have any cots or anything to bring those people back down there, the injured Marines. They had them on tin slabs or whatever they could get a hold of to bring them down to the beach. And then from that day on, things got worse all the time. And of course, we made our first landing the second day. And really, we were supposed to go to Okinawa after we was there a few days, but we was on the beach unloading supplies for the Marines, and they decided to leave us there to help secure the island. So we was there for 38 days, and we made 40 landings. And when we left Iwo Jima, it was 1 o'clock in the morning, and at that time, the island had been turned over to the Army, which was going to be a P-51 base out of Iwo Jima. And that's when the Japs broke out, of their caves and killed a lot of the Army personnel right in their cots. The Marines still had their guns, but they had no shells to defend themselves with. And why they took the shells off of them, I still don't know. So we left Iwo Jima to go to Saipan for repairs to the ship, which we incurred at Iwo Jima. And they couldn't take care of us there. We went to Guam. They couldn't take care of us. We went back to Pearl Harbor. The aircraft carrier Hamilton was in a dry dock at Pearl Harbor at that time. They couldn't take care of us there. Sent us all the way back to the United States to get repairs. And whatever happened to the LST, I don't know. But we were all in readiness to go to Vladivostok, Russia, for the invasion of Japan at that time. And when they dropped the atomic bomb, that settled that. We didn't have to worry about going to Japan. So I picked up another ship at that time, which was an APD-101 amphibious destroyer, and we went to the Philippines. We went to Manila to help secure the island of Manila there. And then I was there until I got discharged, which was April of 1946. We're looking at the flag that was raised on Iwo Jima by the Marines. Well, this is a picture of some of the LSTs that was involved in the landing at Iwo Jima. At the top of the picture is a description of why they went into Iwo Jima, and also a list of the LSTs that was accredited for the invasion. Well, after I left the Navy, I worked at different places, you know. I worked at the Morgantown Ordnance Works, I worked at the coal mine, I worked repairing TVs, and then I went to work for the FAA as an electronic technician, and I worked for them for 30 years.